Welcome back. Today we're talking about how to get great results on YouTube. You may or may not know, I'm a producer for 10 daily YouTube channels, some that are brand new and some that are doing very, very well, pulling in $400,000 a month. So I've got several topics I'm going to share with you today on how to be successful. We're going to talk about the must-haves when starting out, kind of the bare minimum. We're going to talk about how long your videos should be, how often you should be posting, and how fancy your YouTube videos need to be. And then we're going to wrap up with a conversation about how to get people to watch your videos longer. What can you do to keep your videos interesting? This is going to be an action-packed episode. Okay, so that first question, what are the must-haves? How do you get started? What's the bare minimum? This question comes from Danielle Dinkelman. Appreciate you asking that question, Danielle. So, to get started on YouTube, this is what you need right here. This is it. So I have rented this space. This is not my home. This is a vacation rental. I filmed here with a client yesterday. A few weeks ago, I rented it for the whole week and filmed with a different client Monday through Friday. This is my filming studio, but you can just film in your home, okay? And I've got some cool lights here. I've got a light that's lighting up. It's actually nighttime here. So, and I turned off all the lights and I've got my own studio lights. But the best thing that you could do is use sunlight. So right there is a window. You can't see that. But if I were facing the window, lights coming in on me, and I've got my phone on a tripod, aim it this way so you got the HD camera. So it's aiming at me. That's going to make for a great episode. And if you're close to the camera, the audio is going to be great. If you're going to be further away, then you'll need one of these. Let's see. See this lav mic right there? That mic is recording to a device in my pocket. It's just recording to an SD card. You can get a lav mic that actually plugs into your phone. That's the bare minimum. That's what you need to get started. Now, that's the equipment you need. You need a message. You need some information. But I'm guessing you have an expertise. See, people all around the world are asking questions online on YouTube, and you have the answers to a lot of those questions. So if you just make simple YouTube videos that answer those questions, then you'll get views, you'll build a following, you'll start to build influence, and you can grow a business off of this. So Danielle, I hope that answered your question. If you have follow-up questions to that, go ahead and comment below. So the next question or set of questions came from Leanne Webster, another great friend of mine. Thanks, Leanne. She asked me, all right, how often, how long, how fancy? Well, how often to get really good results where YouTube actually promotes you and shows your videos as suggested videos. In my experience, you've got to post at least 5 episodes per week, and you won't see any of that until after doing that for 4 months, okay? So that's 4 months worth of daily episodes. I call 5 or more per week daily. You've got to go 4 months of daily, and then at that point, you'll start to see spikes in your views, spikes in your subscribers, because YouTube is showing you as a suggested video and showing you on the home page. So that's how often. How long? I typically shoot for an average of 10 minutes. Sometimes I go shorter. Sometimes the topic that I'm addressing, or sometimes the topic that I'm teaching, it's only a 3 or 4 minute topic, and I don't want my videos to be boring. But ideally, longer is actually better. What YouTube suggests is between 7 and 16 minutes. So somewhere in that range, that's kind of why I shoot in the middle and say, let's go for 10 minutes. One of my best performing videos of all time, it's approaching 5 million views now. It's actually over 20 minutes long. I used the sequel technique that I teach about in another episode, but we had a video on our channel that was performing really, really well. It was one of our better performing videos. We created a similar video. We used the same title, same content. The original video was only 5 or 6 minutes. We wanted the other one to be longer. We didn't plan on it being 20 minutes, but we just added a lot more movement and activity and added some fun elements. Same content, but we knew it would perform well. We ended up making it 20 minutes long, and YouTube likes watch time. In fact, YouTube loves watch time. So if you have a long video that people actually watch the whole way through, that video is going to get a lot of views, and this one has. It's got almost 5 million now. Okay, and this question about how fancy, like what about text effects and adding in motion graphics and stuff like that? You know what? I've tried that. I've experimented with it, and I found it's not worth the effort. I have team members that know how to edit and create custom effects in Adobe After Effects, and we can do all sorts of things, but it didn't lead to more views. It didn't lead to more engagement. See, that type of stuff is for more corporate type videos. And when you're creating a video that you're just talking to one person, just like me, I'm talking to you right now, I don't need flashy text on the screen. Whether you're vlogging or you're creating talking head videos like this, typically you're not going to see text effects on some of the best channels out there, and so I don't think you need them either. Okay, that last question came from Stacy Kirsten, and she asked, how do you get people to stay longer, to watch longer? Okay, let me talk about vlogs first, and then I'll talk about talking head videos second. Okay, on a vlog, vlogs are interesting. With vlogs, you're going on an adventure. You can talk, you can show B-roll, you can mix in music, you can come back and talk. A great example to follow, which most vloggers do, is Casey Neistat. If you haven't heard of Casey Neistat, look him up on YouTube. He's got a really good vlogging style that I copy, that all the other vloggers I know, they copy his style. That's a great way to keep people watching throughout the whole episode. And the majority of his episodes are 10 minutes plus. Now, for talking heads, what can you do? Well, number one thing is keep your content interesting and amazing. I mean, deliver tons of value. The more valuable your content is, you could just be holding still one spot the whole video, kind of like I am here, but you're delivering such amazing content, people don't want to leave. They want to stay there for the full 10 minutes. So if I've got, say, 5 points, I might stand right here and give point 1. And this is where I'll be for point number 2. And I might be here for point 3. Now I'm making it easy. I'm just moving my feet, but I could actually change locations. I could film part 1 in the living room, part 2 in the kitchen, part 3 outside, part 4 back in the living room. So you can really mix up locations, and that keeps things interesting and engaging. Here's another idea. My client, Kirk Duncan, he likes to use a flip chart and write things on the board, but what he'll do is if he's got 5 points, he'll cover them up with 5 pieces of colored paper. And he'll say, okay, these are the 5 hacks to have a better relationship. All right, number 1 is, and he'll pull off the paper so we can see number 1, but we still see the other 4 are covered. That makes us curious. What are the other 4? What did the other 4 say? So we'll keep watching the video. Then we pull off number 2. That's the second hack. Okay, we'll stay watching until we know all 5 hacks. That's a great idea. Now, something that I always do in my videos, we certainly did it on this one, is we tighten up the episodes. So maybe when I hit record and when I hit stop, maybe that was 9 minutes and 30 seconds long, but I might have paused a little bit too much. Or maybe I had some uhs or ums, or I didn't like a sentence and so I started it over. My team edits out all of that, and they'll do crop edits where, I might be standing here and then team do a crop edit. See how I'm a lot closer to you now? That's called a crop edit. Well, if I stop and I say, and then I keep talking, my team can edit out the do a crop edit, and you don't even know that I said the in the first place. So really tighten things up that can keep it higher energy or keeping things moving at a faster pace. Now here's a strategy for you. Chris Crone uses this one a lot. At the beginning of the episode, he'll introduce what the video's about, then he'll share why you should watch. Okay, he'll kind of give a hook for the video, but then he'll tell something, and at the very end, I'll tell you about how I did this. So now there's a seed planted in their mind that's like, wow, this is going to be a valuable video, and I got to make sure, because at the end I'm going to get this special thing, this special tip. So people will watch that video and they'll wait till the end. And you can drop seeds like that all throughout the video. It's like, okay, I've got 4 points for you, but then I'm going to share a bonus, which is really what helped me buy this car. So then you get in there sharing the 4 tips. Okay, how I bought the car is, that make sense? Okay, this last tip I'm going to share might sound obvious, but if you've got 10 1-minute videos, the likelihood of you getting 10 minutes of watch time on that compared to 1 10-minute video, you're going to get more watch time on the 1 10-minute video, right? Because you've got to have one person click 10 different times and watch all 10 episodes. Whereas if you just put all that content, made a 10-minute 1 episode, they're going to be a lot more likely to watch that whole thing. So what I was trying to say there, if you do make longer episodes that are entertaining, that keep people entertained, right, or captivated, then you'll get people to watch longer. You just got to create longer videos. So what'd you think? Was this helpful? What other questions do you have? Comment below and I'll answer those in future episodes. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.